Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. So we're here for you again, another match watch along. Um, Interesting one, this one, guys. Obviously, Australia taking on Argentina. I'm sure most people will tip Argentina as the favourites in this game, but we never know. We never know in a one-off game. Anything can happen, and obviously, it would be awesome to see another World Cup upset. I've got to be honest because I do like the upsets. Um, so obviously, not no particular preference tonight, but it would be pretty awesome to see Australia get a result in this um, game. But it's a tough ask. Obviously, Argentina very strong, well known in world football, and obviously with the talisman Messi. Obviously, he's the one that turns the screws, so to speak, for Argentina. So it's going to be a tough ask for Australia, but we will see what happens, guys. And you never know. Maybe they'll have a surprise up their sleeve for Argentina with their tactics that might put Argentina on the back foot, but I think that's a long shot, guys. But it would, like I say, it would be nice. It would be nice. I'd love to see Australia have a bit more success. Um, so we have a few players in the Australian team that play in the UK, some that play in England, and some that play in Scotland as well. So obviously, I'm sure there'll be some interest from the UK with regards to these players having a good tournament that represent clubs within the UK. Um, so yeah, the game's about to start in a minute, guys. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and let me know your thoughts in the chat. Be great to hear from you. We're just waiting for kickoff, guys. Should be coming any minute now, and like I say, this is this is one that probably the odds are all in favour of Argentina. I'm sure there's not been many people putting much money on Australia for this one, but like I say, from my point of view, guys, I love cup upsets. Obviously, I definitely support my own nation and my own club in most competitions. But I always like to support the underdog guys as well. So let's fingers crossed that Australia might be able to do something in this game, even though it's a long shot. But it would be nice to see something a bit different because, like I say, um, I'm sure the 90% of the world is backing Argentina in this one. So game started, guys. We got the ball. Australia taking a throw in on the far side. Argentina regain possession. So Australia in possession at the back, guys. Just passing it back to their keeper. Argentina regain possession on the near side, and it's kicked out for a throw in. Argentina take the throw in and now in possession at the back. It's amazing how many of these players actually play for these national teams playing in the UK, to be fair, guys. We got players playing in the Premier League involved in this, players playing in the EFL playing in this game, players playing in the SPFL involved in this game. So um, it's probably one of them games where we got a good variety of players from across the UK leagues playing for these nations tonight. Obviously, Netherlands through earlier today, beating the USA 3-1, and obviously bit of a disappointment for the US, but they're a nation that's gradually working to improve. So I'm sure we'll see them back involved in future competitions. So Argentina just having a lot of possession at the minute, guys, at the back, passing it about a lot at the back, which is to be expected early on, I suppose. Australia have lined up, appear to be lined up in a 4-4-2 formation, and keeping it compact at the moment. All Australia's players in their own half at the moment. Argentina just passing it about and moving down the near side. I think they're just probing a bit at the minute, just feeling their way into the game. Claims for a handball from Argentina, but nothing doing from the referee, which is kind of good at the minute. We don't want key decisions like that impacting the game so early on, preferably. So Argentina just moving about at the back on the in the back line, probing Australia. Long ball down the field on the near side, but it's gone straight out for a throw in at the moment. Yeah, just watched the replay of the handball that was claimed for Argentina, guys. Not much in it. Um, don't think it was fairly a fair claim, to be honest. So Argentina just in possession at the back. They're just kind of getting a feel for the ball at the minute, guys. Obviously, only 5 minutes in, so both teams obviously in the first 10 minutes looking to feel each other out. But at the minute, Argentina not allowing Australia to have much ball possession. As we know, guys, a lot of these South American nations they like the possession style football. Um, Australia have managed to push up a bit and they're trying to press Argentina at the moment. Um, and obviously that's probably a tactic from Argentina that they want to try and get the Australians to come out a bit to open up spaces at the back. Probably advisable for Argentina to just keep it tight at the minute. Australia to keep it tight at the minute. Obviously, they conceded an early goal. It's going to make life difficult for them to potentially get any kind of result in this. I know, like I say, guys, most people are probably backing Argentina for this one. Um, we have no preference here, to be fair, guys. We're neutral, but I always do like to see the underdog cause an upset. Obviously, um, it would be nice to see Australia cause an upset, but a tough ask against a team like Argentina, because we all know that they are a team with quite a bit of talent, and obviously they've got arguably one of the world's best players as well. So, like I say, tough ask. So referee's just blown for a foul on Messi. Not much in it, guys, but I'm sure he's going to draw a few more fouls like that as the game continues. So Argentina move it out to this near side on the wing. You just get the feeling that Argentina are just trying to feel a way into this game at the moment. Like I said, they're not clicking as you might expect. But we are only, like I say, a few minutes in, 7 minutes in so far, guys. If you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Fanden is about fans. So, yes, we're doing lots of match watch-alongs at the minute to get more fans to find us. But more to come from Fanden in the future. So any support you guys give will be greatly appreciated. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Stephen Allen, hi guys, how's your day been? Yeah, not too bad, mate. Thank you. Just the same craziness as normal, really. Just trying to stick at it with the project and get some experience while we've got all this football coming at us with the World Cup. Take advantage of it and hopefully give myself the chance to take advantage of it and give myself the opportunity to get some much needed match watch along practice in. So Argentina in possession on the far side. They're just passing it around and kind of probing Australia at the minute. Australia keeping it tight at the back, so making it hard for Argentina to obviously find any space to attack. Probably wisest decision from an Australian point of view to keep it tight at the back early on. So thanks for that, Stevie. Hopefully you are okay, mate. Wishing for Australia win. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see an upset, guys. Just like I say, I've nothing against Argentina, but unfortunately, I'm not with the rest of the world. I don't want to see Argentina just win a World Cup just so Messi can win one. I'm not really bothered about personal achievements. I'm more interested in team achievements because it's a team sport. So obviously, a lot of people wanting Argentina to win the World Cup just so Messi can win the World Cup. But for me, that's just not right to think like that in a team sport. But that's just my opinion. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own opinion. And that's what football's about, guys. Opinions. But yes, Steve, it would be nice, mate. It would be nice. Would be a bit of a shock and all, major upset if that was to happen. Joey, hello, Fanden. How's it going, mate? Appreciate you dropping in. Nice to see a new name in the chat. How's it going, mate? Have you got any score predictions for the game? It'd be great to hear any predictions you guys have for the game and your thoughts as well. Australia just had a rare opportunity down the far side there, guys, but it's as the Australian players tried to bring the ball under control, it's just bounced off his foot and gone straight out for a throw-in. So Australia showing their intent here that they're not here just to make up the numbers. That they are looking to try and compete with Argentina if they get the opportunity. That's obviously a good sign. That's awesome. We want to see that. So Australia in possession on the far side, guys. And they've lost it now to Argentina. Argentina just kicked the ball long up into their own half of the field under pressure. And now they're trying to make some play down this near side wing. Under pressure from Australia still. Australia working hard here to try and close the spaces. and not give Argentina a glimmer at the minute. And to be fair, guys, it's an interesting start so far. Australia, like I say, closing the spaces, keeping it tight at the back, and making it difficult for Argentina to find any gaps to exploit. It's early on. I'd say Argentina, obviously, the majority of the possession, and they look to be probing down the left and right hand side at the moment. Not much going through the middle. Obviously, that would be partly because of the way that Australia are playing and the way they've lined up. They're keeping it compact in the middle of the field and tight. Argentina now clear. That's it's great defending that, guys. Just a ball pinged forward from Argentina's defence to try and make a break through the Australian back line. But the Australian defender was man marking really well and closed the space and didn't allow Argentina to break through the back line. So it looks like that's the way the game's going to go. Argentina going to try and create attacking chances down the wing and maybe some long balls down through the middle to try and break, getting behind Australia. Joey's saying would like it to be 3-1 Australia, but it will probably be the other way round. Yeah, you're probably right, mate. But there's nothing wrong with that. We I'm the same. I've nothing against Argentina, but I would love to see Australia have some success in the competition because that's good for world football. And as we know, guys, there's a lot of players coming to the UK from different parts of the world, and Australia is a part of the world that needs to develop the game, just like America in a way. And the more they develop the game, the more potential we have better talent coming from Australia. And where's it going to come, guys? Where's it going to come? And more talent comes from countries like Australia and the US. It's likely that them players are likely to come and play in European club football. So it's going to be potentially good for the UK. If Australia and obviously not America this time, but I'm comparing America because they are an up and coming nation. But yeah, it's good for the development of players if other nations can have some success. And like I say, Australia have not had any success in soccer in recent years, so it would be good for Australia to obviously have some success. But I think they've done quite well to get this far. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs, to be fair. Nothing against Australia, but just because in previous tournaments, whenever they've ever been involved, they've struggled. They've struggled in the qualifiers, and they've struggled actually when they've got to any tournaments they have actually got to. So yeah, I'd say it's a really positive achievement for Australia just getting this far. But yeah, absolutely, Joe. Good shout, mate. Like I say, it would be nice to see that, but it's a long shot. Obviously, Argentina are a really talented team, and it's a difficult ask for any nation to get a result against Argentina, but not impossible. Not impossible. So yeah, thanks for that, Joe. Appreciated, mate. Argentina just in possession now on the far side, guys. Now switch to play in. They keep coming back as if they're looking to switch the play, but I think they're just looking for to pull Australia from the left to and the right to try and create space. Because Australia, to be fair, they're keeping it very compact. Obviously, I expect we're going to see probably a very one-sided game for most of this, guys. But you can't fault any team that packs the defence. It's understandable. They're going to use. They recognise they haven't got the same talent in their team, so they're going to use what they've got to their advantage, and that is good old-fashioned teamwork. And working as a team, keeping it compact, keeping it tight at the back, making life difficult for the opposition that is obviously more superior. So that's pretty. Australia are doing it. Australia sorry, Argentina. I keep getting confused because they both start with an A. Argentina on the on the far side now. Just probing to get in behind, cross to get in behind, but headed away from Australia and now cleared up the field. But Argentina regained possession on the halfway line. I'm sure the result against Saudi Arabia for Argentina, I'm sure that's given the Australians a little bit of hope that they can get something out, get a result here because they're probably thinking if Saudi Arabia can do it, then it's possible that Australia could do it. Now Australia in possession on this near side, down the left, and crossed, passed back, and it's gone out. It's gone out. It's gone out for a goal kick, but good effort from Australia, showing their intent that they're going to try and get forward when they can. Just couldn't keep the ball in under pressure from an Argentina defender, and it's ended up going out for a goal kick. Argentina in possession, just moving up the field, about halfway inside their own half. But Australia's regained possession and they've lost it again. Argentina back in possession. Now they switch the play to the near side. Ball in on that. They're just doing what you know these South American teams do, guys. They play it about slowly at the back. Messi on the ball at the minute. Just obviously he's the playmaker, so you can see him on the left, the right, down the middle. He does put himself about. And just every time Australia get the ball, they seem to be surrounded by Argentinian players. So they're struggling a bit at the minute to get some possession, which is kind of the way the game was always going to go, really, with Argentina having the majority of the possession. It's 20 minutes gone, guys, and it's still Argentina nil, Australia nil. If you're just joining us, guys, please do hit that like button. It'd be awesome if you could. We had a great stream last night, really good views, although disappointing for the like count. But I think we have to take into account that we might have had a lot of viewers last night that didn't speak English because obviously it was um, Cameroon vs Brazil. So we may have had a lot of views last night that weren't English speaking fans. But that's what we're doing the World Cup streams for, guys, to get fandom seen around the world by nations that we normally don't get the opportunity to get their fan community interested unless it's through the Premier League. Um, So that's the beauty of the World Cup. We can actually specifically target more nations outside of the UK and Europe with things like hashtags and stuff like that, promoting the streams and things. Australia in possession and just passing it around a little bit at the back. On a rare occasion, they're having some possession on their own back line, but not managing to push up very much at the minute. Argentina coming forward to try and put them under pressure. Australia now trying to just. I think they're just trying to get enjoy a little bit of possession and get some familiarity because early in the game, guys, they have struggled for possession. Um, Joe, do you have a favourite to win the World Cup? Well, actually, mate, that's quite an interesting one. Before the tournament started, a lot of people was obviously tipping, the usual teams: Argentina, Brazil, Portugal, Spain, France. I didn't hear many people say Germany, and I did actually say Germany, thinking they would have a surprise tournament because not many people backed them, and normally that's when they do well. But unfortunately, they have obviously already gone out of the competition. So my prediction was way off. Obviously, it'd be nice to see England win it. Being English, that would be nice. But they're going to have to they're going to have to match the teams, and that's not what we always see from England. They're going to have to match the team with not just desire and ambition, but also their the confidence in themselves as players and what they can achieve themselves. I think that's one thing that lets England down. But no, since Germany got knocked out, I haven't really said who I thought would get through. Just so many nations that could potentially still win it. Um, I've got to be honest, I quite fancy the Netherlands. They look like they're playing really well at the minute and full of confidence. So obviously, if England couldn't win it, I would say possibly the Netherlands to win it. Um, So yeah, I'd say either. Obviously, my hope, my heart says England, but my head says probably the Netherlands. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, mate. Who do you think is the most likely to win it? Be great to hear your thoughts on that, mate. So we're just having both teams in possession, but deep in their own half. Australia just had possession deep in their own half and didn't manage to do much with it. And now Argentina are in the same position, and they've just kicked the ball out, kicking it long, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Unfortunately, guys, not much to report in this game so far. It's a bit of a poor start from both teams, to be fair. Um, So Australia just passing it about at the back. I can't believe how much passing about is going about on in this game, guys. But it's also it's not just the passing back; it's the fact that it's deep. It's deep in each team's own half. Um, Not really much movement going forward. It's easier to commentate on games like this, guys, when there's plenty of attacking play. But at the minute, we're not seeing much. I don't even think we've seen a proper opportunity on goal yet, to be fair, guys. We're now 25 minutes in, and not to be fair, I think um, we've not really seen much in the way of goal malfaction. Ball's gone out. Ball's gone out on the far side for an Australia throw, guys. Joe, if you're still there, mate, let us know your thoughts for the competition, and also what club do you support, mate? What would be great to know what club you support. Obviously, we are concentrating on the World Cup, but you're always welcome to also talk a bit of club football as well, mate. Fandom UK is about you guys as fans, and obviously, I always want to try and get you guys involved and hear your thoughts. So yeah, if you're just joining us, please do hit the like button and drop your comments in the chat, guys. You're football fans. If you love football, share your football thoughts. That's what we're here for. Um, we're here to start the process of building a real fan community. We can all have loyalty to our clubs and our nations, but there's no reason why football fans cannot enjoy debating football together just because they might support other teams. And that's one of the ambitions of Fandom, to get fans to start enjoying football together, no matter what club they support. So Australia just had an opportunity with some possession getting forward, but not much come of it. They just both teams just cancelling each other out at the minute, guys. Whenever Australia getting forward, Argentina are closing the spaces, and it's the same the other way. Whenever Argentina gets forward, it appears that Australia closing the spaces as well. Now, one thing I've noticed, guys, is that with Argentina, let me know if you've got any knowledge yourself about Argentina. But one thing I'm picking up on this game is that is Argentina don't seem to have a lot of pace. They look like they're relying on their technical players, or they're going to rely on their technical players to create goal scoring opportunities. We're not seeing like really speedy runs in this first half an hour of the game that you might expect, like attacking down the wings fast and players running onto balls, things like that. We're not seeing too much of that. Corner comes in for Australia, headed down back towards the goal, but cleared away. But Australia keep possession. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do drop your comments in. Would be great to hear from you. I will come to the comments as I get the time opportunities when there's breaks in play. So a great bit of competitiveness down on the far side, just on the edge of the box of Argentina's box. Argentina were in possession, but the Australians showing that they're not, they're not going to fear Argentina, and they're closing the spaces and keeping it tight, and they're pressing from the front when they're caught off. When they lose possession, when they're moving forward, they're closing the spaces and pressing from the front. If you get my meaning, I'm quite impressed with Australia so far. I do expect Argentina to have had a few shots on goal by now, and they're not getting it all their own way. But like I say, I think a part of it is the fact that Argentina don't seem to have pacey players. Players that that like to run. You know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. That in the England team, we've got plenty of players that like to run. The likes of Marcus Rashford. And these, Argentina just don't seem to have that type of player. They like I say, it looks like they're going to try and win the game with more of their technical players and skill. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But like I say, that's one thing that's noticeable at the minute. But that is kind of how Argentina play. So Argentina in possession and just probing into Australia's back line, but Australia closing the spaces and not giving them an inch of a chance. As you can imagine, Argentina just trying to probe to see if they can find any gaps in the Australian defence, but Australia keeping it really tight at the back and making life really difficult for Argentina. Sorry, when they move forward, trying to probe to get potentially getting behind. Australia regain possession now on the attack, just inside the Argentina half, and now a foul. Yeah, the referee's blown for a foul on Argentina. On Australia. So Australia with a free kick. Joe is saying, same mate, want England, but think it's a hard one to call, especially since some of the results we have seen so far. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, well said. Obviously, to be fair, I think England's got a great chance of progressing, mate, because obviously we've seen some of the favourites knocked out the competition early on. Just come back in a minute, guys. Free kick is taken long. and it's gone straight out on the far side, on this near side, sorry, for a throw in. Yeah, Joe, absolutely, mate. I think England's got a great chance this time, though, mate, with some of the tougher nations getting knocked out early in the competition. Um, it gives England a bit better chance of potentially winning it this time. But the question is, because do the players will the players recognise that and try to make the best of that opportunity? Because, like I say, if there was ever an opportunity for England to win it, it's now when you're seeing that some shock results are coming in the competition. So yeah, like I say, it'd be nice to see us win it, but you just never know, dear, with England. You never know. Obviously, our mainstream media like to talk a load of rubbish, overhyping England as they always do. But us as fans that a bit more realistic. Obviously, we would love to see England win it, but us as fans, we also know that England always have mistakes in them. Let's hope we don't have any in this tournament, but we do know as fans that they do have that weakness where they can make mistakes and sometimes do. But yeah, thanks for that, Joe. Excellent comment, that mate. Thank you very much. I can see you saying your team is Liverpool. Cool, not wrong with that. I do like Liverpool. Great club. Very very passionate fans. It's a club I do have a lot of respect for. So yeah, good to hear that, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate you sharing your thoughts and let us know any other thoughts you got, mate, on the World Cup and in UK football in general. PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan. Interesting little start for you, mate. Since the beginning of 2022, you've done a total of 271 hours of live streams. Let's see how many more before the new year. I didn't know that, mate. How have you found that out? How have you found that out, Dylan? Um, Obviously, I can see what watch total um, we've had through my stats, but yeah, I didn't realize you guys could find that out. So yeah, Dylan, let me know how you've found out that total. Be great to know how you figured that out, mate. Argentina with a free kick on in Australia's half, just outside their box on the near side. It's cleared. But Argentina keep possession. Now on the edge of the Australia box. Oh, and it's Lionel Messi has scored. They found the breakthrough, guys. Compacted Australia, and the breakthrough has come. Always going to be a difficult act to score goals. And Lionel Messi has done exactly that. The hype machine will probably go into overdrive again now because he scored another goal. He's a fantastic player. There's no question about it. We all know he's an absolutely awesome player, but I've got to be honest, guys. The hype machine drives me crazy. The way people talk about him sometimes, you think he's the only player on the planet. And like I say, a massive respect to him. He's a very talented player, but I'm not. I'm not a big fan of this. One man team attitude from a lot of fans. Um, but yep, he's managed to get himself on the score sheet yet again. So Australia restart the game. I'm sure they'll be very disappointed with that, guys. 36 minutes gone, and it's Argentina 1, Australia 0. Difficult, like I say, guys, be difficult for Australia now. Now they've conceded that goal. But like I say, in a one-off game, anything is possible. Now let's not start seeing this now from Argentina because I'm not impressed if we start seeing this now from Argentina because this is one thing that really bugs me, guys, about the South American nations. It's something we see. I mean, there's nothing in that. There's nothing in that. We got Argentina player gone down for a foul, and you hear it here first, guys. I'm not in the way. I'm not the kind of football fan that likes to blow smoke and I will say it as it is. And one thing I will not ignore is when players start looking for cheap fouls um, just to get an advantage. Because for me, that is just unprofessional, and it's not good sporting conduct. And I think we just witnessed it straight away. Argentina now in the lead, and already we're seeing Argentina players going down like they've been shot. This is an absolute disgrace, guys. This is one thing that is bad about South American football. They like to cheat. They like to go over like they've been shot, and it's an absolute disgrace. This is a manly sport. If you're not man enough to be on the pitch and take the rough with the smooth, then don't play. It winds me up so much. This, guys, it's so unprofessional. It's just completely unnecessary that players should feel the need to cheat to get an advantage. This is Australia, for crying out loud, guys. Argentina should be able to beat a man's down. They shouldn't need to resort to cheap fouls and claiming fouls that are not fouls, just trying to get an advantage. It's poor. Absolutely poor. So all of a sudden, guys, we're having a number of fouls going in and players going down. Now we've got an Australia player going down. Didn't actually quite see it exactly what happened. He stood on his foot. The Argentinian player stood on his foot as he's tried to run. So that's a bit more of a respectable foul, shall we say. I've got no problem with fouls, guys. No problem. I understand fouls will happen in the game, but it's something over the years I've been watching football. It's something I've always detected from certain countries, particularly in South America, that they like to cheat with fouls. That's the reality. I'm not going to mince my words. That's the reality. They like to cheat, and I've got no time for that. If you can't win the game without cheating, then there should be. If I was a referee on that, I'd be dishing out yellow and red cards to players trying to get an unnecessary advantage. This is a manly sport. If you can't play manly, then don't play on the pitch. I've got no time for it. It really bugs me, guys. Really bugs me. It's unsporting and it's unprofessional. And it's not what you might call gentlemanly conduct when you're trying to get an unfair advantage for, a pathetic excuse of a foul. Anyway, I'm going to go to some of the comments because, as you can see, that's got me a little bit heated. If you're just joining us, guys, please drop your comments in the chat. Be great to hear from you. Argentina currently in possession and just on the halfway line, probing Australia. We'll come back to the game in a minute, guys. Not much really to report at the minute. Argentina on the attack now down this near side. And they switch the play to the opposite side. I think this is the theme of the game now, the way it's going to go, guys. Large amounts of possession for Argentina. We need some referees with some backbones. We really do. We need to have this stopped in football. This poor, this poor play of just get a little slight nick and knock and you're going down and players going down. We all know the world's worst player for that, guys. He plays for Brazil. He's the worst player in the world for it. Dylan, how's it going, mate? Dylan is saying Oh, I already read that comment. Did I miss a comment then from Dylan? I did. My apologies, mate. I missed one of your comments. So Dylan saying, hi guys, how are you? I know this is a World Cup stream, but just thought I would say Bolton got a good point yesterday. They will do well this season. I'm hoping for an Australia win tonight. Yeah, I think quite a few of the British fans would like to see Australia get a good result in this, mate. But they're up against it at the minute. But yeah, no, like you say, mate, it was a good point for Bolton. I didn't watch the game yesterday for Bolton because I was obviously busy streaming for the World Cup. But yeah, it was a good point, mate. It was a good point. Um, and like I said, for me, I don't really want. I think I've told you I don't really want Bolton to be in the playoffs. I would prefer that Bolton get automatic promotion. They should be more than capable of that. But it's definitely looking like the team might be pushing for the playoffs as we see it. I'm not a big fan of the playoffs, to be fair. But yeah, good point, mate. And like I say, um, it's will be interesting to see how they play for the rest of the season. To be fair, it's been a bit of a mixed bag so far. We've shown we've got the talent to compete and get good results, and I think we've shown as a club that we're a good team. But they do keep taking the foot off the gas and making the mistakes. So we'll have to see how it goes for the rest of the season. But thanks for that, Dylan. I noticed Portsmouth doing quite well. They're doing having a decent season as well, mate. So I'm sure you're excited as we come into the second half of the season to see if they can keep it going. Um, Argentina just in possession now. Sorry, guys, just not much to report at the minute. It's just the game's very slow, as you'd expect. Argentina, the kind of team that do like to slow the play down. Um, that's why I don't understand why so many people want Argentina to win. Because they don't play exciting football for me. They're slow. They play slow football. It's slow, sluggish. Um, Lots of long spells of possession with not much end product. So I don't understand why so many fans want. Well, I do. I know why so many fans want Argentina to win. It's that that one man mentality of wanting Messi to win a World Cup. And yes, it would be great for him to win the World Cup, but it's a team sport. It's a team sport. I don't want to see any team win a World Cup just for one player. I want to see a team win the World Cup because they deserve to win the World Cup because they've been the best team because it's a team sport. But unfortunately, we live in this day and age where a lot of fans are very much. You're seeing it more and more, guys. Go on social media and you see it. More and more fans are following teams just because of one player, which is bizarre to me. I don't understand that because, like I say, it's a team sport. It's not. It's weird how it's just glory hunters, isn't it? It's fans that just want to support players that get the glory. Which is really odd because that's not for me. That's not really being a true football fan. That's just being more of a glory hunter. But like I say, that's just my opinion. Australia in possession and their own half. Not really getting forward much. That's the disappointing thing with this game, guys. Don't think we're going to see Australia get forward very much. We're on the 45-minute mark now, guys. 2 minutes added on. And it's disappointing. I think we've only seen Australia get forward maybe once, twice in this game. But to be fair, Argentina, you'd expect would have been forward more and created more goal scoring opportunities. And even they've been poor with getting opportunities in the box. They've had long spells of possession, but they've just done very, very little with it. So you could argue that the game is a little bit flat um, because just not enough intent to create opportunities on goal. To be fair, guys. So yeah, I think with both teams just going to end up playing out this first half. I've got to be honest, guys. It's a little bit a disappointing game so far. Um, from my point of view. But that's me, guys. It's what you like in football, innit? And for me, obviously, as you know, with my team, my club, Bolton, they play fast flowing football, very attacking, very attack minded, and also England play that way as well. Um, so for me, unless both teams are going at each other, like like a couple of crazy possessed teams, then it's the games are always a little bit disappointing. I just love that fast pacey football. You guys know what I'm on about. You watch the Premier League, you know what I'm on about. So there goes the the whistle for the end of the first half, guys. Bit of a, like I say, bit of a, a slow first half. The difference between the teams, obviously, with the goal from Messi and a very nice goal. Let's hope that that doesn't put the one man band bonanza on into overdrive, which it probably will. Um, but yeah, like I say, but for me, guys, first half not great, not great at all. Very very slow. Not much goal mouth action, and just like I say, not really nice for the neutral to watch. Um, um, so let's see. Come to the comments, see what you guys are saying in the chat. Ah, right. So that's where we was up to. Dylan saying, I calculate it by looking at all your streams and how long they lasted. Uh, my maths isn't the best, but my calculation is calculator is right. So fair enough. No worries, mate. No worries. I was just curious. That was all. Um, yeah, like I say, it's a good start. But it's a lot. It's only a small fraction of what we actually need, mate. It's. I mean, I don't want to say it on the channel because I'm not sure what the rules are with YouTube, but you have to hit a certain amount of watched hours in a 12-month period for the channel to get YouTube approval. So it's still got a lot of work to do to hit that target. But the World Cup is, is definitely helping get them numbers up. So it's a good start. And let's hope we can keep it rolling when we return properly to club football. Um, I will be making every effort to keep it rolling, mate. But like I say, a lot of work to do. Once the World Cup's over, I want to see if I can start working on trying to get one or two fans to come on the channel. Because, like I say, I don't mind sitting here talking football. I'll keep doing it and keep pushing to build the channel and improve. But like I say, it's it is one thing that I want to be a big part of the future of the Fandom project, and that is to get you guys involved and let you have your voice and opinion heard about football. Because for me, pundits can do all the talking they like, so can clubs and managers and players. But real opinions that matter is what football fans think. And I think that gets overlooked a lot of the time. And that's part of the reason why we're building Fandom. So, like I say, we'll probably start trying to work on that after the World Cup. Whether I'll have any success, I don't know, because a lot of people are camera shy, so it makes things really difficult. But as we keep building the channel, I'm sure eventually we'll start to come across fans that are not camera shy and willing to talk. A lot of fans tell me they'll come on, but when it actually comes to making the arrangements, they're difficult making the arrangement with. So that suggests that people are talking the talk and not walking the walk, which I'm very familiar with that on social media. There's a lot of people do that on social media. But thank you very much for that, Dylan. It's interesting to see that you've calculated that, mate. So yeah, thanks for that. And like I say, it's a good start. It's a very good start. But like I say, the number that we need for YouTube approval is quite significantly higher than that. But it is a good start. It is a good start. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it's actually a little bit higher than the number you've calculated, mate. Not much higher, but I think it is a little bit higher. But like I say, it is a positive start, and the World Cup is helping. Um, Stephen Allen, hi Dylan. Yeah, cheers, Stevie. Always appreciated, mate. You welcoming fans into the chat. Um, Dylan, hi Stevie. I hope you're doing well. Absolutely. I'm just gonna try and bypass some of these comments. Great to hear that you've settled into your house now, Dylan. Sorry, I'm just bypassing some of the comments where you guys chatting amongst yourself. Um, PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan saying, yes, guys, nothing at all against Argentina, but just would like to see Australia win. Yeah, no, mate. No, it's absolutely, that's fair enough. Like I say, me personally, I've got nothing against any nation. The only time I have anything against nations and Argentina, I've got to be honest, they are one of the teams that do get me quite riled. Is with this culture that seems to come in South American football, where it's well, it seems to be in the culture of any country that speaks Spanish, basically, that they like to claim cheap fouls, and to me that really bugs me because I am very honest. I never ever claim to be perfect in life. I never do, but I believe in being honest. And when you go toe to toe with another nation, yes, you might do certain things to try and get an extra edge for your team, but there's also an element of sporting conduct. And when players start going over for cheap fouls that are not really fouls, they've just got the leg brushed or they've just got a little slide, a scuff off the opposition player as they come together in a challenge. I think it's poor. I think it's really poor. It's just bad sportsmanship. In it, let's be honest. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. Other fans might think differently. Um, but in my opinion, it's blatant cheating. It's blatant cheating. You're trying to fake an injury to get an extra advantage. So it's blatant cheating. So for me, yeah, I would love to see the more Argentina cheat and do things like that as they progress through the competition, the more I will want the teams that they play against to get a result against them. Because I've got no time for it. No time for it whatsoever. Uh, I've spoke to people in that part of the world about it, and they'll argue, "Oh, it's part of the game." Well, it's not. It's not part of the game. You make it part of the game. You choose to make it part of the game. For me, I've got no time for it. It's just cheating. That's the reality. It's just blatant cheating. You're entitled to your opinion. You might not agree with me, guys. You might think it's part of the game, but for me, it's just unsporting conduct. Would you not like to retire as a player and know that every other player looked up to you as a professional, or would you rather players retire when you retire? Players have an agenda to call you out because you cheated during your professional career. Because it's not being professional. How can you call yourself a professional player if you're prepared to do things like that to get an advantage? Because it's not professional, is it, guys? There's look up in the dictionary the meaning of professional, and there's no, faking fouls involved in the word professional. Professional means you behave professionally with respect for yourself and the opposition. So yeah, like I say, sorry guys to bang on about that. I just thought I'd express my opinion. Dylan is saying playoffs is better than nothing, mate. But we'll just see how they do in January, mate. Yeah, playoff is better than nothing. Like I said, I've nothing against playoffs. Some fans like the playoffs, some fans don't. I'm not. I'm just personally, I'm just not a big fan of it. Um, you know, we see it in the Premier League every year. Clubs that progress in the playoffs always struggle. And the reason they struggle is because they get less preparation time to prepare for being, a Premier League club. So that's one reason. And the other reason is, as a club, as a fan, I don't want to see my club progress to a higher league by the playoffs. I want to see my club progress to a higher league by winning it. That's what we're in football for. That's why we love football. We want to see our teams winning things. And, I think, if they didn't have the playoffs, maybe you would see teams putting more effort in to try and win the league. I might be wrong, but it's definitely something worth thinking about, isn't it, guys? Do you think your players would put more effort in to try and win the league if they knew they couldn't get promoted by the playoffs? It's an interesting thought, but yeah, there is a need for the playoffs to a certain extent. I'm just not a big fan of it, mate. Like I say, I get it's a big part of the game. It's been a long-standing part of the game, but for me, I'd just prefer to see teams getting promoted automatically. But that's just my opinion, mate. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So yeah, but like I say, nothing against fans liking the playoffs. I understand why fans like the playoffs. It's a good way to get promoted, um, and it can be massively beneficial financially as well. Um, so thanks for that, Dylan. Dylan also saying we've had a bit of a rough patch, and as you know, some more issues off the pitch. These have also flooded onto the pitch as well, but hopefully we can get back on track and play play for the shirt. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think you guys are having. I'm surprised, mate. I think Portsmouth are having a pretty good season overall, to be fair. Because after what you told me in the summer, and obviously the fact there wasn't a lot of recruitment from Portsmouth in the summer, I thought you guys might have a really tough season, to be fair, mate. Sorry, guys. A bit of a tickling throat. I thought you guys might have a tougher season than you've had, to be fair, mate. But you've impressed me anyway as a club. I think you've definitely shown that you compete, and you've done well considering, like you say, you said it, mate. Not enough signings in the summer, but yet you still managed to compete, and you're up there in the top in the top part of the table. So overall, this season, I'd say it's a good start and a good effort from the Pompey players. And let's hope it inspires the owner to spend maybe a little bit of money in the transfer window. The fact that he's seen that the team are competing, that'd be nice. But obviously, I'm sure that you might have a different opinion to that, mate, because obviously the Portsmouth owner not showing much willingness to actually invest in the club, which has been really disappointing since he's been there. Guys, it's just half time at the minute. It's Argentina 1, Australia nil. So we will come back to the game very shortly and just reading out the comments from you guys in the chat. So if you've got any football opinions about this game or any other games in the World Cup or club football, guys, drop your comments in the chat because, like I say, Fandom is here to involve you as fans. But we can only do that if you make the effort to get involved. Joey is saying, I think the interest will drop off for Argentina when Messi retires. Yeah, you could be right, mate. You could be right. Like I said, I've got nothing against Argentina, and everybody, is entitled to love and like players for the talent that they've got. That's awesome. I respect that. When a player's talented, then fans are allowed and should, rightly so, love that player to bits. But I'm not a big fan of this mentality that people have of one team, one player makes a team. Because it'd be interesting, just out of scientific research, it'd be interesting to see, if you stuck Lionel Messi like in the Bolton team or in the Portsmouth team or in a team that's got less talented players and see how good he is then. See how good. Same with Ronaldo as well. Put them in a lesser team and see how much they shine then. That would always be interesting for research possibilities. We're never going to see it. We're never going to see it. But it would be nice. But yeah, like I say, I do like Lionel Messi as a talented player, a very talented player. I just don't like the glory hunters that tag onto him, and that bugs me a little bit. I'm not. I'm old fashioned, guys. I'm an older guy. I'm very much of the thinking that football is a team sport. There's no room in the game for individual mentality. The reason football is so popular and has been so successful all these years is because it brings people together, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch. It's a team game, and there's a reason for that because it brings people together. So this modern culture of singling players out and saying that they, without this player, without that player. Yes, you can notice a player being making missing, but come on, guys, if you go back and watch the days of George Best, you also notice the same thing. you notice that the team that George Best played in noticed him when he was missing, but they didn't. They didn't rely on him. There was games where he went missing himself and weren't, um, wasn't available. I'm not going to badmouth a legend because for me he was an absolute legend. But he had off the field issues, and that meant that sometimes it impacted on the field. And and sometimes when he played for his team, he'd make a massive impact. And sometimes when he played for his team, he didn't have the same impact. And part of that was because of the issues, the personal issues he had off the field. So I'm just saying, guys, individual players are awesome for football. Of course they are. But I'm just not a big fan of this bandwagon of fans. Guys, there is fans on the internet, on social media, that just follow the likes of Ronaldo. Honest, I'm not lying to you. There's a fan I follow now on social media, and all he's interested in is Ronaldo. That's all he's interested in. He will support whichever club Ronaldo plays for. Well, I'm sorry, that's a glory hunter. I'm sorry, but it is. It's a glory hunter. It's not a football fan. A true football fan shows loyalty to a team, in my opinion. That's a true football fan. They pick a team and they show loyalty to it. And they also have respect for other teams because they love football. That is a true football fan for me. A fan that just follows one player and supports the team that one player plays for. That's not a true football fan to me. But that's just my opinion, and football is all about opinions. So let me know your thoughts on it in the chat. Guys, the game has restarted, only 40 seconds into the second half. I'll give you an update in a second. Australia just in possession at the minute. So we'll come back to that in a second. Sorry, did I miss a comment? Apologies. All right, so that's where I was up to. So yeah, thanks for that, Dylan. Appreciated, mate. Top man. Joey is saying, I think the interest will drop. All right, I did read that comment. Thanks for that, Joey. Sorry for the rant, mate. Apologies. I'm very passionate about it. Like I say, I'll considering a lot of fans don't want to get camera scare. To keep you guys an idea of my personality, so you get to know me better. I've got to obviously share with you my, my passion for the game and what makes me love the game and what makes me hate the game, so to speak. And hate is a word I use very loosely because it's not a word I like in football. There's enough hate in football, and I don't agree with it. But there you go. Ella, hello. How's it going, Ella? Thanks for coming, get involved, mate. Very much appreciated. Great to see you, mate. Ella saying players like Bale and Lewandowski shine in poor national teams. Yeah, that's an excellent point, mate. That's a great point. But I was meaning, I was obviously Lewandowski and Bale. I think Bale's had his day, mate, to be honest. I think Bale has, until a few years ago, he was still playing brilliantly for Real Madrid. But I think all the issues that he's had at Real Madrid, I think he's just not the player he once was, and it's really disappointing to see because it's not the first time we've seen a UK player go to Real Madrid and come back a shadow of what they were. We've seen Michael Owen do it. He went to Real Madrid all hyped up, came back, and he was a shadow of the player that he had been. And we've seen it now with Gareth Bale. And there's been other players as well. Steve McManaman comes to mind as well. So as great as Real Madrid is as a club, it might get the best out of players or buy players that they get the best out of. But do they keep the best coming out of them players? It's a good question. Let me know your thoughts, guys. But yeah, Ella, that is an excellent point. Yeah, you're right to point that out, mate. There is some top talented players that do play in teams. But as you see, Ella, they can only do so much in them teams. Bale and Lewandowski, great players, like you say, but they still struggle to achieve anything with their national team because the rest of the team isn't up to their standards. So they do bring that extra edge, which benefits that national team. But is it enough? Um, so yeah, I'm not sure what this comment is. All I can see is a square. Caranza. I'm presuming that might be an emoji or something that's not showing up. But Caranza, thank you very much for dropping in, mate. I very much appreciated. And sorry, I can't see your comment um, in the chat. My bad, mate. But thank you very much for dropping in. Anyway, guys, if you are just joining us, please do hit that like button. It'd be great to get our likes into double figures tonight because we had a great stream last night. But I think we had a lot of people dropping in that didn't speak English because even though we had great views, we didn't have brilliant likes. But obviously, like I say, I'm not going to get it all right straight away. I'm learning to improve, Anna. So, we're not after perfection just yet. We're just after improvement, steady, gradual improvement. Argentina on the attack now down the far side, guys. Crossed into the box. Just about keep possession and then a shot on goal just from Lionel Messi, just on the edge of the box, saved by the keeper. Actually, it looked like that ball that attempt went straight through through the legs of one of the Australian players. Australia in possession now with the ball on the near side. Argentina appear to have lost changed formation. Well, I think they've gone for three at the back. I think it's four in midfield and two up front. So yeah, they look to have changed their formation slightly. That's an interesting thing to notice, guys. Maybe they trying to account for the fact that they were struggling with opportunities on goal in the first half, as well as getting forward. They were struggling to get forward in the first half. So Argentina in possession on the halfway line, but referee's blown for a foul. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Want to hear your thoughts on the competition so far, and also any club football you want to talk about. You can drop your comments in as well. Like I keep saying, Fanden is here to involve you guys, and I can only do that if you make the effort to get involved. So if you're a passionate football fan, show it. Drop your comments in the chat. Let me know what you care about in football. Let me know your thoughts on the World Cup. Like I say, want to involve you guys, but you have to make the effort to get involved. And the best way you can do that is comment in the comment section. Argentina in possession, just inside the Australia half. Australia still playing with the compact formation. And Argentina now seem to be a bit more comfortable in their possession than they were in the first half in respect of in this first few minutes of the game, they've had a lot longer spells. But a good opportunity there for Australia, to be fair. Argentina keeping the ball at the back, passed it back to the goalkeeper, and the Australian forward decided to run forward and press the keeper to make a mistake, and almost had a goal scoring opportunity. But it's got Australia some possession in Argentina's half of the field, but they're not able to do much with it as it's gone out behind for a goal kick to Argentina. So 53 minutes gone, guys. Free kick coming from Argentina. Let's go back to quickly drop back in the comments. Joey is saying it's a hand wave. Hand wave? What do you mean, mate? Sorry, you've lost me there. I'm not hand wave. Can you explain, Joey, if you don't mind, mate? You've lost me there. Maybe I'm forgetting something I said earlier, and you're responding to that. So my apologies if that is the case, mate. Um, um, but yeah, it's if you could let me know on that, it'd be great. Ella, would you ever do vlogs? I don't know, mate. I'm thinking about it. I have experimented with it a little bit with regards to Bolton. Um, when I first started the channel, but I would prefer to go to games when I do start going to games for fandom. Um, I want to go and get fans on the channel. I don't want to really go and sit there. Um, there's enough people doing match day vlogs, and obviously a lot of fans have access to their home games, stuff like that. So it's easy for fans to go to games. I know match day vlogs can be very successful and help the channel. I've already seen that with some of other YouTubers that I get on with. So I've seen that it could have a positive impact um, on views and obviously on the fandom project potentially. But that's not why I started the channel. I never started the fandom for to do match day vlogs. I started the fandom channel because I want to go to games. If you want an idea of what will happen, the kind of stuff I want to do when I start going to games for fandom, um, then you probably best idea is Arsenal Fan TV. What they do. They go to games, they watch the game, and they go out after they go out to outside the ground after the games, and they get fan reaction. If I start going to games for fandom, well, it's not if because there will be. I will be doing at some point in the future. Um, but when I do start going to games for fandom, that is the kind of thing I want to do. I want to go to games, watch the game, relax, enjoy the game as a fan, get behind the team. And give fans the opportunity to speak. And that's the kind of thing I want to do in the future. I may experiment with match day vlogs in the future when fandom grows and I'm able to bring in more people to work with me. Because at the minute, that's the main ambition to build the channel and get people working with me. Because it's a lot of work to do on your own, Ella. Building a YouTube channel. When I started, I didn't realize how much work it would be, but it is a lot of work. I've been shocked how much work is involved, to be honest. Um, so it's something I will consider in the future. But I'm being honest with you, it was never. Oh, Argentina has scored from a mistake. It looks like a mistake from Australia. Um, Sorry, guys. I am trying to focus better on these match commentators, but it's difficult to keep the balance. But yeah, we'll see what happened here. I'll come back to your comment in a minute, Alice. Sorry. Um, but that looks like the final nail in the coffin for Australia. Tough ask for them now to come back from 2-0 down against a team like Argentina. Um, Looks like the changing formation has helped. But that's a clear mistake from Australia that's cost them. Passing out from the back from the goalkeeper. The defenders have passed it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper has lost possession to an Argentina player being pressed. And it's resulted in the Argentina player just basically getting a nice tap in. Bit poor from Australia, but this is what I keep saying, guys. I have highlighted this about teams trying to play like Manchester City because it's fashionable, thinking that that can play out for the back. Don't play what is fashionable. Play. This is a team sport. It's tactical. Play what's going to work for you as a team. If passing it about at the back and building from the back is going to work for your team, then use it. Fine, by all means, use it. But don't just use it just because it's fashionable. And I think we're seeing that from so many teams at the minute, guys. The many teams are using that tactic just because it's fashionable, but they're not actually very good at it. And we've just seen it's cost Australia a goal in this game trying to play out from the back, and it's cost them. And why is it cost them? Because they don't have the talent to do that. With all respect, they're a hard-working team, but they're not a team that's mega gifted in possession. So it's cost them. But yeah, like I say, it's disappointing from Australia's point of view, but it was always going to be a tough ask to keep Argentina out for Australia point of view. But it might open the game up a bit now, guys, because Argentina 2-0 up, and Australia obviously, have got potentially what I don't know, half an hour to salvage something for their World Cup campaign to see if they can turn this around. A big tough ask, um, probably very unlikely, but you never know. You never know. And if you don't have a goal, you can't. You're never gonna give yourself a chance of a miracle happening, are you? But yeah. Sorry, Ella, to switch from the comment from your comment, but yeah, hopefully that answers your question, mate. Like I said, it's something I might consider to do more to do in the future. But while I'm working on Fandom on my own and trying to get it going and reach the YouTube targets, and also, like I said, I'm very much focused on trying to get more people, find more people that are willing to come on the channel with me. Potentially, people that are confident on camera, maybe even other YouTubers that want to work with me, where I could help them and they could help me. But at the minute, I'm finding it difficult because not through the lack of trying, because I've tried. But one thing that I've discovered, unfortunately, guys, that a lot of YouTubers want it all the wrong way. They want the help, but they don't want to help you. And that's one thing I've discovered. There's so many YouTubers that have come at me. Let's work together. Let's do this. Let's team up. Let's be supportive to they talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. And I don't talk the talk. For me, actions speak louder than words. And I've been on other YouTubers' channels and show them that I will show that support. But when they make no effort to give it back, then why should I keep wasting what little time I have available to support people that talk the talk but don't walk the walk? But eventually, hopefully, we will find good people that do have a team attitude like myself. Um, so, yeah, sorry for the long winded explanation, Ella. See, changing back to the comments has lost us views there now. That's why I was trying, as I've been explaining to you guys, trying to keep to the match commentary on the match watch alongs, because it is impacting views, unfortunately. Um, Ti Boga. Hello, my friend from Indonesia. Greetings. How's it going, mate? Absolutely fantastic to see you drop in. Always a pleasure to see other fans, especially other fans from other parts of the world. Great to see you, mate. Let us know your thoughts on any of the games, and let us know, do you support a UK football club? Be great to hear from you, mate. Big shout out to Ti Boga in Indonesia. Let us know, mate. Do you support a UK football club, Premier League club, anything like that? Be awesome to hear from you, mate. So, guys, just back to the game a little. 62 minutes gone, and Australia with an opportunity just outside Argentina's box on the far side. Cross comes in deep, but not managed to do much with it. But Australia do keep possession and keep the ball in. Long pass sprayed over to the far side to switch the play. Argentina regain possession. Like I say, we're seeing maybe see the game open up a little bit more now, guys, because like I say, Australia needing to come forward. Argentina now push up the field, still in possession on just midway inside their own half. Argentina in possession, push up the field. I really got to teach myself how to get this balance of and I'm trying, guys. So please do be patient and bear with me. But yeah, I need to find this balance of how I keep commentating on the game, but also try to grab the right opportunities to hear what you guys have got to say in the chat. Because I do want to hear what you guys have say in the chat. Argentina on the attack now. Messi trying to break through the back line, and the Australian players literally chuck everybody they can in the way to stop Messi breaking through that back line. He came very close, but Australian defenders working really hard to stop him and not allow him to break through. But yeah, Ti Boga, great to hear from you, mate. We've just got a corner coming in for Argentina, guys. Taken short. Crossed into the Australian box, cleared up the field. Argentina keep possession and pass back to their keeper, which gives the players, the Australians, time to push up the field. Argentina in possession now, pushing up on the attack down this near side. Oh, and it's beautiful cross, beautiful crossing, guys. But the Argentina player running onto it just didn't quite manage to get on the end of that. Shot from Messi on the edge of the D, but blasted high and wide. See, he's not perfect with every shot he takes. Australia in possession now on this near side, guys. And it's a foul for Argentina. Sorry, for Australia. Um, on this far side, sorry, on this near side. Just, I don't know, that maybe 30 yards from goal. Maybe a bit more, maybe 35 yards from goal, something like that. Ella, hello, TI Boga. Absolute cheers, Ella. Thank you very much for the positivity with new fans joining. Always appreciated, mate. Gross comes in and gathered by the goalkeeper. Joey, you couldn't see the emoji on the previous comment. No, mate, I couldn't. I couldn't see it. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I couldn't see it. It was just coming up as a square to me. So I don't know. Hopefully, it wasn't nothing inappropriate. But yeah, apologies that I couldn't see it. Like I say, it just came through as a square. Um, so yeah, like I say, hopefully it wasn't nothing inappropriate. Ella, very few teams in world football are good enough to play out from the back. Absolutely, Ella. Well said. Yep. Like I said, I'm no problem with teams playing out from the back. I'm just a bit frustrated with the amount of teams that I'm seeing trying to do it, just because it's fashionable. Because it seems like that's the way it is, guys. They're doing it just because it's fashionable. Well, football's tactics in it. We don't want to see people doing what managers doing what's fashionable and players doing what's fashionable. We want to see players and managers coming up with their own tactics to get results. To stump the opposition. That's how you make a name for yourself in football. That's how you be an individual. How you be your own person. Look for your own solutions, your own tactics. Don't just copy somebody else's. If it works for you, fantastic. But like I say, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of it because it's not that I don't see that it's good. It's just I see so many teams trying to copy it now, and especially teams where it just doesn't work for them. You have to look at what players you've got available to you and work with quick tactics that suit the players that you have. And not all clubs and nations have the players available to play that possession-based game, moving the ball from the back. So yeah, well said there, Ella. Thanks for that, mate. Um, Ella, no need to put the defenders and goalkeepers under pressure like that. Yeah, like I presume you remember. You, I presume you're talking about the Australian mistake. It was actually the goalkeeper's mistake that put Australia in that position where they conceded that goal. The well, I don't know that it kind of like I say it's the fact that Australia trying to goalkeeper making short passes to the Australian players, and the Australian players are not confident to move the ball forward from the back. So they passed it back to the keeper, and then they ended up in all sorts of trouble. So like I say, if you don't naturally play that way, then don't play it. Play what comes natural to you. And if long balls up the field is the best way, then who cares whether people like it? Do what works for you. It's this is football. It's tactical. Because if it works for you, you're going to get the praise after. You might have plenty of people going, "Oh, that's boring long ball football." So what? If it gets you the results, do it. Because that's what it's about. It doesn't matter if people go, "Oh yeah, played a nice game, but you lost." But I'd rather people tell me I played an ugly game and won. Do you know what I mean? Than play a nice game and lose. So, like I say, everybody's different. Everybody has a different opinion. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, absolutely, Ella. Well said, mate. 70 minutes gone, guys. Argentina 2, Australia nil. We're just having some substitutions at the minute. I don't think I've done great at the commentary with this game, to be fair, but it's going to be like that for a while, to be fair. I'm going to have somewhere I get it, I do it well, and somewhere it's not. I'm not as good at it. That's why I need the practice, guys. If I come across as rabbiting on about it, it's just because I'm so eager to start improving and feeling more confident with what I'm doing. So yeah. Um, so Argentina with Alvarez and Acuna off, and Lautaro Marinez, and I didn't catch the other player's name coming on. Sorry, guys, some of the foreign names are difficult to read out. We're having also Australia making some changes, guys. So Australia making 3 subs: Duke, Dekner, and Lecky off. Kuol, McLaren, Carrick coming on. Like I said, apologies if I'm not pronouncing the names properly. Some of these players are just definitely players I'm not familiar with. You got to remember when it comes to the international football, players come from all over the world. So uh, and not all of them play in the UK. I know we have a lot of players playing in the UK from around the world, but not all of them. And even if they do, it's so many clubs in the UK. It's difficult to remember every player's name in it. There's just too many clubs and too many players. So yeah, the game restarted, guys. Argentina on the attack now. Messi almost. I think it was Messi. No, sorry, not Messi. It looked like Messi, similar hairstyle. But yeah, Argentina almost breaking through the back line. But I think there was stretching a little bit there. Sorry, Australian back line. I keep getting tongue tied tonight with my words. I do though. I do get frustrated. I keep having these teams with both with a similar name. Like Australia and Argentina. It's both. It does get you a bit of tongue tied sometimes with it when you're repeating it so much. Hopefully, I'll get better. as Del Boy says, he who dares wins. So let's hope one day I win. Keep trying, guys. Keep trying. Might not be getting much marks for professionalism, but look, hopefully I'm getting at least 10 out of 10 for effort. um, so yes, Argentina back in possession with the goalkeeper. Long ball upfield, and it's what I think has that gone out for a corner or throw in? It's gone out for a throw in to Australia. Why the Argentina goalkeeper did that, I'm not sure. So Australia in possession, and they're just trying to get a little bit of movement up the off far side, but Argentina not allowing them much space to move forward with the ball. Let's just see what you guys are saying. Um, Not much to report in the game at the minute, guys. It's gone very slow. Um, Um, Ella, I would like to help you, but I probably wouldn't feel confident coming on YouTube live, as I know there is a lot of negativity on YouTube, and people probably wouldn't like my accent, mate. Ella, uh, that, seriously, mate, if you came on the show, you wouldn't get any. Well, you might get somebody being difficult, but I wouldn't allow them to be difficult. Um, People that support what I do and positive with me, I was always look out for those people. And like I say, I wouldn't allow anybody to disrespect you on the channel if you came on. As you've seen when you've come in streams, if people come in and start putting inappropriate comments, we'll just remove the comments. And we've also got Stevie in the background, our fantastic moderator, who would also monitor all comments coming in. So no, you wouldn't get any negativity, and I certainly wouldn't let. We might have a little giggle about your accent, obviously, but people have a giggle about my northern accent as well. I've had people come on and say, but I just take that on the chin. But no, I wouldn't allow anybody to disrespect you for your accent or anything. But obviously, I totally understand that there is the confidence issue, and you need to feel a little bit of confidence or a little bit of thingy to come on the channel. Opportunity for Australia, and it's a goal! A goal for Australia. Come from something to nothing, guys. Just literally bounced onto Australia player, and he's just took a wild shot, and it's gone in the back of the net. So game on. Argentina 2, Australia 1. And it's just Australia moving down the far side of the pitch. It's kind of Argentina have tried defending the ball. As they've defended the ball, one of the defenders got a foot to it. It's bounced off his foot straight into an on-running Australian player, and the Australian player has just took a wild shot at it. Well, it weren't that wild, to be fair. It was a good shot, and it's just gone straight in the back of the net. So that's a bit of a surprise, guys. We were starting to think that the game was done and dusted there, but Australia have got other ideas. This is what we like to see in World Cups, guys. Argentina will probably win this game, may win this game, but we want to see teams competing, and we don't want to see it a walkover. And it's great that Australia have managed to get a goal, just to make the last 15 minutes interesting. And that might unnerve Argentina as well. Now that might rattle them a little bit. So yeah, game on. But yeah, back to what you're saying, Ella. Like I said, I appreciate all the support you guys give. Just coming on the channel and making conversation and dropping likes is massively appreciated, mate. And like I said, I've not pressured any of you guys to come on the channel because I know it's about confidence to be able to come on here. But I'm just telling you, obviously, you come on if you want to come on. If you don't want to come on, that's fine. But if at any point in the future you are interested to come on, just let me know. And like I say, don't let people, haters, put you off, because one thing I will do is stand up to haters. If you haven't discovered that about me already, I will always stand up to haters, because I've got no time for people that just want to hate for no reason. So at least put that out your mind. If in the future at some point you do think about coming on the channel, just to let you know, mate, I would never let haters put you down. So at least put that to your mind. But no pressure, Ella. No pressure for any of you guys to come on. It's just I'm just stressing the point that that's the ambition of the future of the channel. It's just difficult because, like I say, I've seen with other YouTubers, it's difficult. You have to get more numbers. The more you get the numbers, the more I'll start to find fans that are confident to come on talk football, and that will help. And I'm sure in the future, as you guys you know, in the future, people change. Right now you might not feel comfortable coming on the channel, but who knows? In a year, 2 years, whatever it might be, maybe even 5 years, who knows? You might feel more confident to come on and talk football then. So that's why I'm saying, mate, just never ever bother about haters because, like I say, uh, if you've ever seen me when haters have showed up on this channel, I react very quickly to it because I've got no time for it. Life's too short. Life's too short. Make the best of it. Enjoy life and try and be positive. And people that just want to make other people feel bad or be nasty to other people just because they've got nothing better to do and their life's hollow, that's up to them. But for me, life's for living. We're not here for very long, so just make the best of it. And I always try to be positive. Australia, another chance. Oh, a beautiful opportunity there. Breaking into the box, really brave as you like. Opening Argentina's defence and causing all sorts of panic in the Argentina back line. Great effort from Argentina. But yeah, absolutely. So yeah, hopefully that puts your mind at ease. But like I say, Ellen, no pressure to come on the channel, mate. You come on if you want to come on. If you don't, that's fine. Not a problem. I would never pressure any of you guys to come on the channel. Ella, sorry, it's probably my bad for changing the subject. I will try to keep the comments about the game. No worry, Ella. No, no need to apologize. You talk about whatever you think it. If I speak outspoken, I'm very outspoken, Ella. So sometimes I say what I'm thinking without thinking about it. If you get my meaning, so I'm not when I'm letting off frustration like that. I'm not being frustrated at you guys, mate. I'm frustrated at myself because I'm trying hard to learn. Because I need to learn this. The sooner I learn match watch-alongs and how to get better about it, and how to find the balance between doing the match commentary and commenting and be involving you guys in the comments. The sooner I get better at that, the sooner I can turn my attention to other things, to other ideas, to other ambitions I've got for the Fandom project. So if I'm expressing my frustration sometimes, it's not at you guys. It's a lot more at me for not finding the balance. And like I said, at the minute, it's going to be a little bit yo-yo-y with me trying to get the balance because I'm self-taught. I've not been taught by the BBC or Sky how to do this, how to sit in front of a camera and do match watch. I'm teaching myself. Nobody's teaching me. I'm trying to teach myself. And as my missus is always telling me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So if I don't feel I'm getting it right, I will express that to myself sometimes. So no need to apologize, Ella. Any conversation you guys make in the chat is always appreciated. It's like I say, it's just me expressing my frustration with myself. So sorry if that came across wrong, Ella. There's absolutely no need for you to apologize, mate. You are welcome to speak about all things UK football and World Cup in the chat as much as you like, mate. Like I said, just me expressing myself. I'm not perfect. Always expressing myself. I'm just very passionate, and like I say, you'll always notice that sometimes I'll say things, and I'm not meaning it at you guys. I'm talking to myself because I'm very much like that. I'll express my frustration. It's just part of my personality. So we got a foul on the far side of the pitch, guys. Argentina play down. Sorry about that. I've just kicked the stand that the computer's on. Sorry, that made the screen wobble then, guys. Argentina really coming under the cosh a little bit here from Australia. Australia really trying to apply the pressure now. I think that goal has given them a little bit of belief. 16.7 meters, the distance scored for the goal from Lionel Messi, if any of you guys are interested in that stat. So on 83 minutes, guys, Argentina 2, Australia 1. It's turned into, definitely made. Sorry, I was just reading the stat for Lionel Messi: 789 games played. Um, Obviously, I'm presuming that's career games played. I'm presuming. No, that can't be right, can it? Can it? Because it'd be a lot higher than that with the amount of club games. I might have read that wrong. They come up with the stats sometimes, and you just you don't notice them straight away. And then when you go to read it, it clicks off, so you only get half of it. So my bad, guys. Australia in possession, just inside their own half, passing it down this this near side on the attack, and Argentina nick it back with a good tackle. To be fair, good clean tackle, and now they're on the attack down this near side. Australia need to get man back to keep this Australian player into the box, and yes, rightly so. An Argentina player goes down trying to claim a cheap foul in the box, and the referee just tells him to get back to his feet. I like to see that because it's something and nothing that was in that challenge. Australia really pressing here. They've long ball back up the field when they regain possession to get it up the field. Away from their own goal. So we're just coming into the last 5 minutes plus added on time, guys. Let's quickly see. We've got a throw in here for Argentina. Let's just see what you guys quickly come to the comments while we are having this throw in. Ella, sorry. Did I miss I missed a comment there. Ella, sorry. It's no, I read that one, didn't I? Ella, I have to go now. Thank you for the stream. Keep working hard. Thank you very much, Ella. Massively appreciate your support. And yeah, you have a pleasant evening, mate. And thank you very much for dropping in. Always appreciated, mate. And yeah, stay safe, Ella. Stay safe, and hopefully enjoy the rest of your evening, mate. Mr. Boss Nevis, hi. Hello, how's it going, mate? Appreciate you dropping in. Always nice to see new faces in the chat. Mr. Boss Nevis, great to see you drop in, mate. Appreciated. Argentina in possession on the far side, guys. And they bring the ball into midfield. So Argentina just passing it around on the far side, guys. Not much to say just at this moment there, but they cut the ball through, and opportunity now on goal, but it's they just managed to get a little bit in behind Australia's defence, just enough to split the defence and get the ball with a cross towards goal. But the on-running Argentina player was miles away, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Just coming up to 88 minutes, guys. So we've got 2 minutes plus added on time. Australia back in possession on the passed out onto the far side. But they've lost it again on the halfway line. Argentina now on the attack. With Australia limited bodies back, and an opportunity for Argentina, and he's blazed it wide and high and wide. I'm sure that coming from Lionel Messi was probably a little bit frustrating for him. Maybe he thought he'd take the shot himself, but he gave it the opportunity to a teammate, and the teammate like I say, blazed it high and wide. Um, so Australia with a throw in on this near side. Oh, oh, and the ball into the box. But sorry, I was going there, guys, because there might have been look just that high foot. Luckily, I obviously can only see it from a distance, but there was a high foot from an Australian player, and it just from the camera angle, it looked like it was close to the head, but now watching the replay, it was miles away. But from the camera angle it first showed, it did look like it was close to the opposition player's head with the high boot. But like I say, watching the replay, you can see it was miles away. But that's why I went ooh. If you're just wondering, so uh, goal kick for Argentina. Stevie Allen, hi, Mr. Boss. Absolutely, thank you very much, Stevie. Always great. Like I say, seems like they whoever just dropped in and dropped out again, but always appreciate at least hello is better than nothing. Um, Argentina on the attack down this near side. Australia definitely still working hard to close the spaces, not giving much to away to Argentina. 7 minutes gone, guys. Sorry. 7 minutes added on time. Sorry, 7 minutes gone. Sorry, my apologies. 7 minutes time added on. Argentina back in possession on the far side. And Messi has managed to. How he's done that is that's where he does show his talent. How he can manage to get a ball out of a glass bottle. He was surrounded by about 3 or 4 Australian players there, and he still managed to get through them, and didn't manage to keep it, but he did manage to get through them. But obviously, even one of the best players in the world, there's only so much he can do when he's surrounded by players like that. But he did manage to get out of the way of the 4 players before the ball bounced off his. I think it bounced off his shin or something. Um, Argentina now. Oh no, sorry. Argentina with a throwing, but now it's gone back to the keeper for Australia. Australia launch it long up the other end of the field. Argentina regaining possession, but only enough to get the ball up the field, and it's now gone out for a corner. Argentina on the attack now. Australia with limited bodies, and he's kept him out. A good opportunity there for Argentina. Good shot on goal, but the goalkeeper was equal to it with a great save, making himself big. Australia managed to interrupt Argentina's flow of play, and now they're on the attack, but they've lost the ball on the far side. Argentina regained possession. I'm not sure if that actually went out for throwing there, but now Argentina on the attack into the Australian box. Messi with a shot. I think it was Messi with a shot. Yeah, Messi with a shot. It's so hard when it's at distance, the camera. Messi with a shot coming in from the far side. And he wasn't far off, to be fair. He's going for the top corner. And I think he's only a half a yard off getting it on target. Good effort from Messi. He does like them cross-angle shots, doesn't he? Argentina back in possession, building from the back, moving forward. And now Messi on the ball down the far side. When you're coming up against a player like that as an opposition player, surely you must be tempted to just kick him. Not in a nasty way, but just because he's so good, you just want to, you want to let him know you're there. Opportunity for Argentina, but saved and blocked by Australian defenders. But Argentina still in possession on the edge, just inside of the Australian box. But Australia making life as difficult as they can with bodies behind. And the keeper yet again making an excellent save, just getting a foot to it. With a good shot coming in from the left-hand side for Argentina. But like I say, the goalkeeper just managing to get his foot on it to keep it out. And then it's gone out for a goal kick. Goal kick taken. Long ball up the field. Argentina. Australia in possession now on the halfway line. Crossed into the Argentinian box. Just scrapping for possession, but Argentina regained possession. But Australia just managed to get a tackle in for it to go out for a throw-in. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button and drop your comments in the chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys. 95 minutes gone, guys, and it's Argentina 2, Australia 1. 2 minutes remaining of added on time. It's just a bit of head tennis now, guys. I think they're just playing out the last couple of minutes. Just coming up to 96 minutes. Like I said, guys, the game just kind of petering out at the minute. Long ball up the field from Australia. Another ball into the box from Australia. It's just bouncing about at the minute. They're not able to get much on it, not able to get the ball down. Australia in possession. Cross comes in deep. But Argentina managed to head it away. But back in from Australia. And they've managed to keep the possession, just about managing to keep the possession. Another cross comes in from Australia. Good effort. And it's a shot. Oh, it's a goal saved by the goalkeeper. Almost, guys. Almost goal for Australia. Just went to take the shot. Young Australian lad, I think he's only 18, and the keeper was equal to it. Great save from the keeper, making himself big. And as we see in here, guys, looks like some relief from the Argentinian players. And there goes the full-time whistle, guys. Fantastic result for Argentina, for their point of view. Argentina managing to break down Australia. Australia came with a good game plan. They don't have the talented players that Argentina do. They came with a good game plan of trying to make life difficult for Argentina, keeping it compact, tight at the back. They did do that. They did it quite well for a good half an hour of the game, but obviously, eventually, Argentina managed to find the breakthrough. They kept Argentina's opportunities to a minimum, to be fair, until, say, the last half an hour of the game, where obviously Argentina started to ramp up the intensity with more opportunities and more shots on goal. So a good effort from Australia. They can go back home rather proud of their efforts. Disappointing result, obviously, to go out, but they've gave a good account of themselves, and hopefully they go back, like I say, to Australia with some pride, because they give a decent account of themselves. And Argentina progress to the last 8 of the competition. And tomorrow we will find out if England will be joining them. But yeah, that's like I say, it's was not the most exciting game. We've seen some better games in the competition, but like I say, Argentina, we're always going to play the possession-based game because that's what's natural to them, and it was good to see Australia packing that defence and trying to make a game of it. They did their best to try and compete with Argentina. Um, and that's about all you can ask. You have to bear in mind that considering the Australian back line is made up of a mixture of players from the English Championship, League One, and the SPFL as well. It's not many Premier League players in that Australian team. So plenty of players in the team that play in the UK, but playing in at a lower level, you might say. So they give a good account of themselves when you take them things into account. Let's quickly see what you guys are saying in the chat before we call it a day. Aaron, how's it going, mate? Appreciate you dropping in. All right, guys, mate, how are you doing? Sorry, no need to apologise, mate. Just like I said, always appreciate the support you guys give. Whenever you come and get him to drop in the stream, mate. So no need, absolutely no need to apologise. And like I say, thank you very much for coming getting involved. Like I say, just not always with the amount of streams I'm doing at the minute, mate. It's not always available, not always easy for everybody to come in all the time as well. Because I have been doing a bit of a stream marathon. But like I said, just trying to take advantage of the World Cup, get some practicing with these match watch alongs because, as I said to Ella earlier in the stream, I've got other things I want to work on in the future, other ideas for Fanden. But obviously, match watch alongs and live streams are going to be a big part of Fanden's future. So at the minute, I'm just trying to get as much practice as possible. And the sooner I get better at this, then the sooner I can switch my attention to other ideas I've got for the future of Fanden. But yeah, absolutely, Aaron. Absolutely, Aaron, mate. Really appreciate you coming dropping in. And like I say, mate, no need to apologise. Joey, thanks for the stream, Fanden. No worries, mate. Massively appreciate you coming getting involved, mate. It's been great having you in the chat. Always good to have new fans come and get involved. And yeah, absolutely appreciate the support you've given. Come and getting involved, mate. And hopefully we'll see you in future streams. And if you're on social media, mate, drop me a follow and I'll happily follow you back on whatever platform you're on. And just let me know who you are if you've got a different account name, mate. It'd be great to hear from you on social media and maybe get you involved in some of well, I'm not doing much on Twitter at the minute because I've got a lot of work to do with that, figuring it out. But if you're on Instagram, we will be doing a few bits and bobs over the rest of the season. So you might be interested in that. But also, we're also on Facebook as well. People do keep asking me about TikTok. But obviously, me working alone at the minute, I'm not started TikTok because it's just kind of it's just more added onto the plate at the minute, and I'm trying to not overload myself. But we will get involved in TikTok at some point in the future, just not right now. But yeah, thank you very much, Joey. It's been a pleasure having you involved, mate. And like I say, hopefully we see you on future streams, mate. Top man. Aaron Hart, how's the stream been, mate? Yeah, it's a bit quieter tonight, mate. A bit quieter. I'm not sure how we've done for likes, but it's been quieter. But like I say, at the minute, I'm just as you know, watching the channel. Most of what I've done with Fanden up to now has been concentrating exclusively on UK football. But I'm trying to take advantage of the World Cup to get some practice in, and also to get us seen by fans that when we go back to UK football, we might struggle to attract fans from different, but we'll still always attract fans from different parts of the world, obviously. But doing the World Cup gives us an opportunity to have a bigger reach into the fan community in the world, and that's why I'm trying to take full advantage of the World Cup at the minute. And in respect of getting the practice, but also reaching out to more fans, hopefully, so that more fans can find out about Football Fandom and the project that we are trying to get going. And like I say, it's just I'd be stupid not to take advantage of the opportunity to get the practice in, if nothing else, mate. Um, so yeah, it's been a good stream, mate. Not the best. I think I've had better, but like I say, as I said to some of the guys in the chat earlier, I just need the practice, mate. I just want to get the practice. The sooner I get the practice with these live streams, these match watch alongs, and start to get more confident with it. Because it's to you guys, I might seem confident, but in myself, I don't. I don't, because I keep feeling like I'm making mistakes and not, and like I say, I've not been trained by the BBC or Sky. I'm teaching myself how to do this. So I'm just keeping trying to stick at it and keep getting the practice, and hopefully I will gradually start to improve and get better as I get more experience. But thank you very much for asking, Aaron. Much appreciated. Aaron is saying, will you be streaming the England game tomorrow, mate? I will be streaming tomorrow for the England game. I just haven't decided whether to stream the match watch along or whether to do a post match reaction. That's why I haven't listed it yet, mate, because I've actually made the thumbnail ready. I just couldn't. I was thinking about it last night, and after I finished last night's stream, and I just couldn't decide whether to do the actual match watch along, or whether to do a post match, like community chat where you guys can come on after, watch the game, and then come on afterwards and share your thoughts and opinions. So yeah, but yeah, I will be definitely doing something tomorrow for England, mate. Just not sure if it'll be match watch along or post match yet. But thanks for asking, and hopefully we'll get some interesting conversation in that stream tomorrow. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are a pretty new YouTube channel. So if you're only just finding us, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing. Give us a chance. See if you like what the project of Fandom is about. Like I say, we are still a very new YouTube channel. So like I say, we're just getting experience at the minute and just trying to get the practice. So hopefully some of you guys that really love football will like the ideas of the future of Fandom. But for now, like I say, we're just on here trying to get some experience and some practice to improve. But a lot more ambitious ideas for Fandom in the future. So if you are new, please do consider subscribing. Give us a chance. See if you like what the Fandom project is about. Because like I say, guys, we're only scratching the surface at the minute. I've got a lot more ambitious ideas for the future of Fandom. But like I say, while I'm working on the project alone, I say I'm working on it alone. I'm working on the majority of it alone. But I have got family and stuff that do help out with other bits and bobs in the background. So massive shout out to them for their because I do appreciate the support and the help that they give. Like I say, it's just obviously a lot of it falls to me. So like I say, if you are new, guys, please do consider subscribing. Give us a chance, because we're not the finished article yet. We're just very new on YouTube, and we're just trying to get some practice. So any support you guys give would be greatly appreciated. And like I say, hit that like button, because it costs you nothing. It's free to do it, and it helps us get seen more in YouTube and the YouTube algorithm. So I've been told. So yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, Aaron. Like I said, guys, not much to report in the game. To be fair, it was an interesting game. Bit boring the first half. I've got to be honest. The first half was very cagey. Both teams feeling themselves out. Even Argentina, who are a very talented team, didn't have much efforts on goal in the first half. They kind of struggled to break down Argentina. They struggled to break down Australia for the first half an hour. I think it was about 35 minutes or something like that they scored the first goal. And then once they actually did score that first goal, they grew in confidence. But even though they grew in confidence, guys, they still had a tough time, because Australia came with a game plan of keeping it tight and compacting their defence. And it worked quite well for them for a while. And it kept Argentina's goal-scoring opportunities to an absolute minimum. But obviously, that extra talent that Argentina have in their squad eventually told and showed up with the likes of Lionel Messi. And like I say, then Australia did start to show their weaknesses in respect of the thingy. But they, like I say, for me, I thought Australia gave a great account of themselves. A little bit disappointed with Argentina because, yeah, they're a talented team. But when it comes to actually showing energy running forward in attack, the only player I really seen notice doing it a lot was Lionel Messi, which is quite shocking because, let's be honest, guys, he's a senior player now. He's a senior player. They must have other young players in that team that could do that running for him, so that he can, use his talent in other ways. But for me, that's one thing I noticed with Argentina, guys, that they seem to be lacking pace. They've got plenty of skill in that team, but they haven't got very many players with a lot of pace. And like I say, the only runs that I noticed in that game really was coming from Lionel Messi. From the rest of the team, not many runs into attack, not many at all. So it's something interesting. Let me know if you guys noticed that, and do you think it's something that could cost Argentina later in the competition? The fact that they don't have, players that like to run and attack teams. Because, like I say, we know Argentina have got players that are full of skill and talent, but you also need one or two players that have got pace to get in behind. And that is one thing that Argentina really showed that they were struggling for in this game. They just at no point did I see many of their attacks actually get in behind Australia. A lot of their efforts came from crosses and attacking down the middle with the likes of Messi. There was very, very few when I'm trying to think back over the game now, guys, and there was very, very few opportunities where they actually got, tried to get in behind or actually got in behind Australia. And like I say, a team as good as Argentina, you'd expect to see that. You would expect to see it. Anyway, guys, that's about it from me. If you are just joining us, sorry you're late to the stream. Like I say, hopefully in the future we will do more fan debates after match watch-alongs as we grow the fan community. But for now, like I say, it's a little bit difficult until we get the fandom community growing a bit more. So thank you very much to all you guys that have dropped in tonight. It's been a nice stream. Some interesting conversation from you guys. Like I say, if you want an update on the game, I just quickly went over it just there, so you can play that back. Yeah, it was a good game. Australia give a good account of themselves. Argentina, I think they've got room to improve. If they want to win it anyway, they've definitely got room to improve and need to improve. Because, like I say, for me, they are definitely lacking pace, and that could cost them. So, like I say, guys, that's it from me. Appreciate all your positive comments in the chat. Really appreciate the support you guys give. And like I say, I'll be back tomorrow with England. Not sure if it'll be a match watch along or a post match yet, but I will be back tomorrow. So hopefully, see you guys then. That's it from me for now. Take care. All the best. Bye for now.